Namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayantirya nashtaprayeshu mantreshu nityam bhagavata sevya bhagavati uttam shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 10, the Lord's return to Jagannath Puri. Text 79. So yesterday we saw how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Kal Krishnadas to leave, but the devotees were more merciful. Nityanand Prabhu, not Nityanand Prabhu, Mukunda, Damodar Pandit. So they sent Kal Krishnadas to Navdeep to give the message to Sachimata and all the other devotees that Mahaprabhu has returned back, and about his South India Yatra. Text 79. आचार्य प्रसाद दिया करे नमस्कार सम्यक कहिला महाप्रभुर समाचार. After paying him respectful obeisances, Krishnadas offered Mahaprasadam to Advaita Acharya. He then informed him of the news of Lord Chaitanya in complete detail. Shuni Acharya Gosai Rananda Haila Prema Veshe Hunkara Bhau Nitya Gita Kaila. When Advaita Acharya Goswami heard of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's return, he became very pleased. In his great ecstasy of love, he made a rumbling sound and danced and chanted for a long time. Haridas Thakurera Haila Paramahananda Vasudeva Datta Gupta Murari Sena Shivananda. Also hearing this auspicious news, Haridas Thakur became very pleased. So also did Vasudev Datta, Murari Gupta and Shivanand Sen. Acharya Ratnar Pandit Vakreshwar, Acharya Nidhiyar Pandit Gadadhar. Acharya Ratna, Vakreshwar Pandit, Acharya Nidhi and Gadadhar Pandit were all very pleased to hear this news. Shri Ram Panditar Pandit Damodar, Shriman Panditar Vijay Sridhara. Shriman Pandit, Shri Ram Pandit, Damodar Pandit, Shriman Pandit, Vijay and Sridhar were also very pleased to hear it. Raga Panditar Acharya Nandana, Katek Kahivar Yat Prabhurgana. Raga Pandit, Nandanacharya and all the devotees became very satisfied. How many can I describe? Shuniya Sabhar Haila Parama Ullasa Sabe Meli Gela Shri Advaitara Pasha. Everyone was very pleased and they all gathered together at the house of Advaita Acharya. Acharya Sabha Kaila Charana Vandana Acharya Gosai Sabhare Kaila Alingana. All the devotees offered respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of Advaita Acharya, and in return Advaita Acharya embraced them all. See, this is what Anima Mataji was asking the other day, how Mahaprabhu met that devotee, Shri Rangpuri, in Udupi. No, not Udupi, Pandharpur. And now see, all the devotees are meeting together, hearing the news of Mahaprabhu's return to Jagannath Puri. And they all came to see Advaita Acharya, and Advaita Acharya is embracing them all. Din dui teen Acharya Mahotsav Kahila, Nila Chala Yaite Acharya Yukti Drida Kahila. Advaita Acharya then held a festival that lasted 2 or 3 days. Thereafter, they all made a firm decision to go to Jagannath Puri. Sabhe meli Navadvipe ekatra haya, Niladri Chalila Sachi Mata Ragyalaya. All the devotees met together at Navadvip and with Mother Shachi's permission departed for Niladri or Jagannath Puri. Prabhur Samachar Shuni Kulin Grama Vasi Satya Raja Ramananda Melila Sabeyasi. The inhabitants of Kulin Gram, Satyaraj, Ramanand, and all the other devotees there came and joined Advaita Acharya. So although it said they all met together at Navadvip. See, that time Ganga was flowing in some other direction. I think this I can explain better when we go to Mayapur. So Navadvip, right, what is mentioned here is what is now Mayapur. And now the Mother Ganga flows between Mayapur and the now town, which is known as Navadvip. And this when it is said the inhabitants of Kulingram. So that Navadvip, which is right now, which is called Navadvip, that time it was called Kulingram. So anyway, it's just good to know. मुकुंद नर हरि रघु नंदन खंड हाई पे आचार्य थाई आइला नीला चल जाई पे Mukund, Narhari, Raghunandan, and all the others came from Khanda to Advaita Acharya's home to accompany him to Jagannath Puri. Sekale Dakhin Haite, Paramananda Puri, Ganga Tire Tire Aila Nadiya Nagari. At that time, Paramanand Puri came from South India. Traveling along the banks of the Ganga, he ultimately reached the town of Nadia. So Paramanand Puri met Mahaprabhu in South India, and Mahaprabhu asked him, okay, we'll meet in Navadvip, meet at Neelachal or Jagannath Puri. So Paramanand Puri said, no, first I want to go to Navadvip and take bath in Ganga, and then I'll come back. So Paramanand Puri also met all of them. Aira Mandire Sukhe Karila Vishram, Hey Tare Bhiksha Dilla Kariya Samman. At Navadvip, Paramanand Puri took his board and lodging at the house of Shachi Mata. She provided him with everything, very respectful. Prabhu Ragaman Teha Taishu Nila, Shigra Nila Chala Jaite, Tara Icha Haila. While residing at the house of Shachi Mata, Paramanand Puri heard the news of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's return to Jagannath Puri. He therefore decided to go there as soon as possible. प्रभुर एक भक्त द्विज कमला कांत नाम तारे लय नीला चले करीला प्रयाम. There was a devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's named Dvij Kamalakant, whom Paramanand Puri took with him to Jagannath Puri. Satvare asiya teha milila prabhu re prabhura ananda aila paya tahare. Paramanand Puri very soon arrived at Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's place. The Lord was very happy to see him. Prema Veshe Kaila Tara Charana Vandana Teha Prema Veshe Kaila Prabhura Alingana. In the great ecstasy of love, the Lord worshipped the lotus feet of Paramanand Puri, and in turn, Paramanand Puri embraced the Lord in great ecstasy. Now, Paramanand Puri is god brother of Ishwar Puri, the spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu worshipped his lotus feet in the same way as he would have done for Ishwar Puri. Prabhu kahe toma sange rahite vanchahaya more kripa kari kara iladri ashraya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, please stay with me and thus show me favor, accepting the shelter of Jagannath Puri. Puri kahe toma sange rahite vanchakari oda haite chali aina nila chal puri. Paramanand Puri replied, I also wish to stay with you. Therefore, I have come from Bengal, Goda, to Jagannath Puri. Dakhina haite shuni tomar agman shachi anandita arayat bhaktagan. At Navadvip, Mother Shachi and all the other devotees were very glad to hear about your return from South India. Sabbe ashite chan tomar dekhite tasabara vilamb dekhi aila tvarite. They are all coming here to see you, but seeing that they were delayed, I came alone very quickly. So this is how eager he was to see Mahaprabhu. So he came alone, along with that devotee, Kamalaka. काशी मिश्रेर आवासे निभृते एक धारा प्रभु तारे दिलार सेवार किंकार. There was a solitary room at Kashi Mishra's house, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave it to Paramanand Puri. He also gave him a servant. आर दिन आइला स्वरूप दामोदर प्रभुर अत्यंत मर्मीर शेर सागर. Swarup Damodar also arrived the next day. He was a very intimate friend of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, and he was an ocean of transcendental melodies. Now, Swarup Damodar's story is also it's an amazing story. He is actually Lalita Sakhi in Krishna Lila. Swarup is one of the names of a brahmachari in Shankaracharya's disciplic succession. In the Vedic discipline, there are 10 names of sannyasis, and it is customary for a brahmachari assisting a sannyasi of the designation Tirtha or Ashram to receive the title Swarup. So, Mahaprabhu also accepted the name of a brahmachari assisting a sannyasi, although he was a sannyasi. But he took the name Krishna Chaitanya. And so similarly, Swarup Damodar. So Swarup is title for a brahmachari assisting a sannyasi. Damodar Swarup was formerly a resident of Navadvip, and his name was Purushottam Acharya. When he went to Varanasi, he took sannyas from a sannyasi designated Tirtha. Although he received the title Swarup in his brahmachari stage, he did not change his name when he took sannyas. Actually, as a sannyasi, he should have been called Tirtha, but he chose to retain his original brahmachari title of Swarup. And the reason, and he took sannyas very fast. When he heard Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken sannyas, and he has gone to Jagannath Puri, now he's gone to South India, he said, forget Navadvip, I don't want to stay in Navadvip. So he went to Varanasi, he took sannyas. Someplace it is mentioned, he took sannyas by himself. He didn't need anybody's assistance. So he just took sannyas and came to Jagannath Puri to be with Mahaprabhu. पुरुषोत्तम आचार्य तार नाम पूर्वाश्रम नवद्वीपे जिलाते हैं प्रभुर चरण. When Swarup Damodar was residing in Navadvip under the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his name was Purushottam Acharya. Prabhur sannyas dekhi unmat haya sannyas grehan kaila Varanasi ki. After seeing that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the renounce order, Purushottam Acharya became like a madman and immediately went to Varanasi to take sannyas. Chaitanyananda Guru Tara Agya Dilin Tare Vedanta Padhiya Padhao Samasta Lokere. At the conclusion of his sannyas, his spiritual master Chaitanyananda Bharati ordered him to read the Vedanta Sutra and teach it to all others. So this is the crux of sannyasis of Shankaracharya Sampradaya. Parama viraktateha parama pandita kai mane ashriyache Shri Krishna Charita. Swarup Damodar was a great renunciant as well as a great learned scholar. With heart and soul, he took shelter of the Supreme Personality of God, Shri Krishna. Nishinta Krishna Bhajiva Eita Karane Made Karila Teha Sannyasa Grihan. He was very enthusiastic to worship Shri Krishna without disturbance, and therefore almost in madness he accepted the sannyasa order. Sannyasa Karila Shikha Sutra Tyaga Rupa Yoga Patta Na Nila Nama Haila Swarupa. Upon accepting sannyas, Purushottam Acharya followed the regulative principles by giving up his tuft of hair. So tuft of hair is the shikha. So in Mayavad sannyas, they don't keep shikha. Only Vaishnava sannyasis keep this shikha. Sannyasis or devotees, but especially sannyasis and brahmacharis, they keep this shikha. Why? This shikha signifies that the person is a servant a das. Of course, we consider Krishna as a master or Krishna's devotees as a master, so we are servants of them. So Vaishnavas, they are they keep Shikha, indicating we are servants of Krishna. And also, when we tie the knot at the Shikha, it is mentioned that their spiritual power resides that Shikha. And also, Shikha is used, as Prabhupada mentioned, if somebody is deviating from the path of bhakti, then Krishna grabs him by the Shikha and brings him back. So, but Mayava sannyasi, they give up this stuff of the Shikha. They don't keep the Shikha. Because, again, they don't think they are servants of God. They are equal to God. They are God. That's what their understanding is. So Purushottam Acharya, Swarup Damodar, he also did. And he gave up sacred thread also. But he did not accept the saffron colored dress. So sannyasi is supposed to wear the saffron colored dress. Bhagwa. Also, he did not accept a sannyasi title, but remained as a Nashtik brahmachari. So there are regulative principles governing the renounced order. One has to perform 8 kinds of shraddh. One must offer oblations to one's forefathers and perform the sacrifice of Viraja Homa. Then one must cut off the tuft of hair called Shikha and also give up the sacred thread. These are preliminary processes in the acceptance of sannyas. And Swarup Damodar accepted all this. Also, sannyas means now no more social relationships. Basically, one is socially dead. That's why they offer oblations. They do this Pindadan, Shraddh Puja for forefathers, for all the family members, means I'm cut off now. Completely renounced. However, Purushottam Acharya did not accept the saffron color, a sannyasi name or a danda. And for this reason, he retained his brahmachari name. Actually, Purushottam Acharya did not accept the sannyas order formally, but he renounced worldly life. He did not want to be disturbed by the formality of the sannyas order. And he did not want he did not want anything to do with the previous ashram either. He simply wanted to worship Lord Shri Krishna without disturbance. Therefore, with heart and soul, he took up the renounced order, but not the formalities accompanying it. Renunciation means not doing anything but serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. When one acts on this platform trying to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one is both a sannyasi and a yogi. So this is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 6.1. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, one who is unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obligated is in the renounced order of life, and he is a true mystic, not he who lights no fire and performs no work. And this is the first verse of 6th chapter, which is the Dhyana Yoga chapter. So, unattached to the fruits of work and who works as he is obligated. This is Krishna telling Arjun because he wants Arjun to take up this fight, not run away from it. So he's saying basically, don't be attached to the fruits of the work and work as if you're obligated. This is your duty. Then you will be a sannyasi. You're as good as sannyasi and a yogi. So sannyasi cha yogi cha. So this is real sannyas. Guru thai agya magi ila nila chale. Ratri dine Krishna prema ananda vibale. After taking permission from his sannyas guru, Swarup Damodar went to Nilachal and accepted the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then all day and night, in ecstatic love of Krishna, he enjoyed transcendental mellows in the loving service of the Lord. So this is what he did. Panditera avadhi vakya nahi karo sane, nirjane rahe loka, sab nahi janane. Swarup Damodar was the limit of all learned scholarship, but he did not exchange words with anyone. He simply remained in a solitary place and no one could understand where he was. So he was the limit of all learned scholarship. And actually, later on, when Mahaprabhu was staying there, different Brahmins would come, different scholars would come, and they would have made their some scholar literature. But Mahaprabhu would ask them, go to Swarup Damodar first, let him read it, and if he okays it, okays means if everything is according to the proper philosophy, all the compositions are correct, then he would bring it to me and I'll read it. Otherwise, I'm not going to read it. So this was one of the services of Swarup Damodar Goswami. Krishna Rasa Tattva Veta Deha Prema Rupa Sakshat Mahaprabhura Dvitiya Swarupa. Shri Swarup Damodar was a personification of ecstatic love, fully cognizant of the transcendental mellows in relationship with Krishna. He directly represented Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his second expansion. So this is how great he was. Of course, it's Lalita Sakhi herself. ग्रंथ श्लोक गीत कहे प्रभु पाशे आने स्वरूप परीक्षा कहले पाछे प्रभु शून्य. If someone wrote a book or composed verses and songs and wanted to recite them before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar would first examine them and then correctly present them. Only then would Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agree to listen. Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha Ara Rasa Bhasa Shunite Nahaye Prabhur Chitte Ullas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was never pleased to hear books or verses opposed to the conclusive statements of devotion service. The Lord did not like hearing Rasa Bhas, the overlapping of transcendental mellows. So Swarup Damodar made sure that those books or articles, they did not go to Mahaprabhu without him scanning them first. Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha refers to that which is against the principles of unity in diversity, philosophically known as Achintya Bhedavet, simultaneous oneness and difference. Whereas Rasa Bhas is something that may appear to be transcendental mellow, but actually is not. So those who are pure Vaishnava should avoid both these things opposed to devotional service. These misconceptions practically parallel the Mayavad philosophy. If one indulges in Mayavad philosophy, he gradually falls down from the platform of devotional service. By overlapping mellows, rasabhas, one eventually becomes a prakrit sahaja and takes everything to be very easy. One may also become a member of the Baul community and gradually become attracted to material activities. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore advised us to avoid Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha and Ras Abhas. In this way, the devotee can remain pure and free from fall downs. Everyone should try to remain aloof from Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha and Ras Abhas. So there could be many examples. And rasa bhas is practically overlapping of rasas. So our prime rasa with Krishna is of servant right now. So if we try to think I'm this and I'm that with Krishna or Srimati Radharani, then that could be rasa bhas. I mean, there is overlapping. There is, so there could be sahajiyasm. And that could be detrimental for our devotional service. So that is why it's better. It's better to read only Prabhupada's books and follow the philosophy that he has given. And in that way, we'll not go in Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha philosophy either. That is against the devotional service. There are very subtle things we might not understand. And we would think, oh, I'm doing pure devotional service. It might not be. So why take a chance? so it can get tricky. It can get very tricky. So better be on the safe side. Okay, I guess I can stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisance. Prabhuji, this Ras Bhas is like thinking we have some uh, positioning into a relationship पे हम मतलब जैसे दास की तरह हमें सेवा करना है तो मतलब या फिर उसको ओवरलैप करना मतलब मुझे नहीं समझा प्रभुजी ये
As I said, thoda mushkil hai. I'll try to read more about it and let you know.
ओके श्योर प्रभुजी थैंक यू वेरी मच
Hare Krishna.
थैंक यू वेरी मच जय विष्णु भगवान
ठीक है चलो. You all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.